I'm going to ask Mudit Mittal to come up. Mudit is the COO of Netcom Learning and one of our sponsors. And I'd like to ask him to share a case study with us on how they helped one of their clients with issues they were facing around IT megatrends challenges and how they helped them overcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Just a little bit about myself. My name is Mudit Mittal. And before I start, I'll give you the answer to one of the most common questions I get. Lakshmi Mittal, yeah, he's one of the 100 richest people in the world. He's a steel magnate, and no, I'm not related to him. Yeah, money is not everything. Joseph, like you said earlier, you don't pay enough, or you don't pay as much as private sector. And that's, I think, where the second part I want to tell you about myself. My first name, Mudit, means always happy. So it doesn't matter, how much money is not the only thing that can make you happy, but just a few tidbits about myself. It's a real pleasure to be here. I mean, wonderful discussion, very insightful, some very good stories that we could all learn from. It's an amazing platform, again, to share ideas and learn from those ideas. Technology is, I think one thing we can always say about technology is never ending. It's always a change. And what that leads to is a potential disruption, but also opportunities. And we can really think about how companies are benefiting from those, in some cases, like the examples we just learned about Union Pacific and some other companies. And it really opens up the doors for other companies to adapt and learn from these things. And that's when Netcom really comes in. So we look into all of these changes in technology. They create an opportunity. It creates a skill gap. It creates a need for companies to constantly learn and constantly adopt to change. So that's where Netcom comes in, where we are able to help companies transform their business models, help companies drive growth, help companies adapt to change, and really be successful in whatever competitive environment they are. So I'll tell you a little bit about Netcom, and I'll share a case study as well of how we are able to help companies. In terms of our framework that we follow when we create solutions for companies, it really follows 5 pillars of what we call managed learning services. And these are built around learning consulting, learning content, delivery, technology, and administration. So the need really starts from the first pillar, which is taking a look at where the companies are at right now. What are the business objectives that they want to achieve? And can the current team, can the current skill sets meet those needs? And if not, we identify the skill gap, and then we come with a plan of how do we bridge that skills gap. Because that really makes the company productive, and they can stay competitive and relevant in the marketplace. One of the companies that we worked with recently, they're a large construction company, global company. They were migrating from Lotus Notes to Microsoft Office, and specifically Outlook. The company as a whole had never used Outlook before, and obviously Outlook is very important in terms of collaboration to make sure all the parties are communicating effectively with each other. We came up with a plan for them where we created multiple modalities of learning. So it included self-paced video content. It included content that was customized to how they wanted to use Outlook in their environment. It included quick reference cards, which were handouts that the company's employees could refer to and use. Included training styles in terms of webinars, which attracted large population of students, along with instructor-led training classes on-site at the company's premises. And the entire program ran across 9 months in 25 different countries with localized languages, localized culture, all of that taken into consideration. So a huge program, huge initiative, but again an example of how technology created disruption and how we were able to go in and solve and help meet our skills gap. A couple of other things I want to point out here. The programs that we make or create for companies, they're really designed around flexibility of how it will be applicable in that particular company's environment. Because each company's situation is unique, so we really want to take a look at what's relevant to them. These programs are designed from a perspective of keeping the retention very high. It's not about creating a lot of content and just leaving it out there and hopefully people will go and use that content. It's about how are they able to retain the content and apply the content in the actual settings. So that's really a key part of it. And third part I'll mention here is these programs are not as costly as you would think. So they're very affordable. We keep an eye on the ROI because we understand that's really important for all our clients. So we'll be around after this session, so feel free to talk to us about any of the needs which you may have that we can help you address. Couple of other things about Netcom. We have been in business for about 20 years. We have received several awards. We are a Microsoft Gold Certified Partner and also a Microsoft Partner of the Year. This is an award Microsoft gave us from amongst over 1,400 training partners for Microsoft globally, and they chose us as a #1 partner for themselves. We also have been recognized by the training industry multiple years in a row as a top training company. And essentially all of these awards all these awards actually signify recognize our innovative approach and a flexible approach that we take towards creating custom learning solutions for our clients. In terms of our client base, we've done business with more than 80 companies in the Fortune 100, a lot of large enterprise clients in essentially every single vertical out there. We've also worked with the government, everything from city and state governments to federal government agencies like Department of Justice, Department of Labor, Department of Education, Homeland Security. We have worked with all the 5 branches of the US military, so multiple different experiences. We have a global reach. This is just a quick sampling of where our clients are located or where we have done training solutions, acquired training solutions. One thing we see very common these days, we have companies in the US that come to us because they have large offices or large spaces in other countries or specifically in India, and they are looking for training solutions that we can build here and deploy overseas. So we are able to do that as well. We are authorized partners for multiple training vendors out there. I mentioned Microsoft. We are also the platinum partner for CompTIA, so we do a lot of training solutions for companies around CompTIA products and CompTIA certifications. Some of the other ones you see up here. But in terms of other areas, we mentioned some of these as part of the disruptions we talked about. We obviously have the basic core foundational skills like programming, databases, development, networking, and security. But a lot of upcoming courses like BI and data sciences programs, enterprise architecture, Internet of Things courses, storage, virtualization. But apart from the technology focus, we also focus on leadership, management, and soft skills because they really go hand in hand, and you really need to understand the overall business and how to work with people's skills. Technology keeps on growing. This is, again, a quick sampling of some of the areas that we focus on. I'll give you a quick example. How many of you know about or heard of Chef as a program or offering? One hand, okay. So this is very interesting because some of our clients were coming to us looking for chef training, and our first reaction was, no, we are not a culinary school. But Chef essentially is a DevOps automation product, DevOps automation platform. So DevOps itself is new, and you can kind of see the pace of how technology is moving. And Chef is something we focus on, as well as Puppet. So again, all of these new names that come up, and again, we're working with subject matter experts to make sure our solutions stay relevant. Again, a quick sampling of some of the learning programs. I would not go through all of these. You will be able to find a copy of the slide deck in your handouts, so you'll be able to take a look at those. I'll leave you with this last thought. I mean, our purpose is to promote the values of lifelong learning. I mean, learning is a constant. It's always evolving. It's always necessary. And one clip I'll share with you. There was a CEO that was asked, what if we train all these people and they end up leaving? And she replied, what if we don't train them and they stay? So that's really a sense of how important skills gaps are. And again, as I mentioned, we'll be around, and there's some more representatives from Netcom around the room, so please feel free to talk to us about any solutions that we can help you with. Thank you, Sean.